welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Orlando City FC 3, Santos Laguna 2 in Leagues Cup 2023. South 2 Group Stage, Orlando City 3, Santos Laguna 2. En la Leagues Cup Fase de Grupos, Jornada 3. Orlando City are through. They win the group. Santos Laguna are eliminated. Houston will move on with Orlando City to get to the round of 32 of the Leagues Cup. Santos is out. And they put up a fight. They did put up a fight. But whoever won went through. But Orlando gets it done. They made it a bit rough, but they got it done. They got it done. With that being said, stats, goals are as follows. In the 41st minute, Raul Lopez scores, comes up from the back line into the midfield, puts it past Jansen, and Gallese gets down to the right side of the net, but it just whizzes past him to make it 1-0, 1-0 Santos Laguna. But 3 minutes later, Duncan McWhorter gets a header from a ball crossed in by Santos. McWhorter heads it in, puts it past into the goal. 1-1, 1-1. Beautiful header by Duncan McWhorter. We go to the half level. 1-1, 1-1. Then, right outside of the half, the 47th minute, Mauricio Pereira takes a banger of a shot, top bins. A beautiful golazo outside of the 18. Beautiful shot by Pereira to make it 2-1, 2-1. And we keep going. 61st minute, Harold Preciado scores another for Santos Laguna. Ball played in. He heads it in with a looping header past Gallese to make it 2-2. But there's a little bit of a fracas here. There was a foul, a defensive foul. Not a defensive foul, or an offensive foul in the box. A goalie interference and possibly offside. But the goal still stands, even with all those 3 hurdles for it. The goal still stands 2-2, 2-2. Preciado scores his 3rd of the tournament. Will be his last and final one of the tournament as well. Walter Cartagena scores the 90+2 minute. 90+2 minute. Walter Cartagena gets the shot. Gets the ball crossed in. Puts the ball into the net. Beautiful shot. Beautiful run. Way onside. Makes a beautiful run. Nobody had him. 3-2. 3-2. Cartagena, nobody expected it from him, but he got the goal he needed. 3-2, 3-2. That's the way it would end. 3-2 at full time. 3-2. Orlando City move on. They win the group at home. Beautiful game. Topsy-turvy, crazy game. Got a bit chippy as well, but you know what? Sometimes these are the best ones. Full-time stats, 11 shots to 16, 5 shots on goal to 5, 55% possession to 54% possession to 46% possession, 374 passes to 314, 82% pass accuracy to 80%, 15 fouls to 13, 1 offside to 1, 3 yellow cards to 4, 0 red cards to 0, 3 corners to 3. Orlando were the better team on the night. Yes, it wasn't a perfect game, and it certainly wasn't a spotless game, but Orlando had more of the offensive play. I think Orlando were the more threatening side as this game went on. I think Orlando were more threatening, pushing the ball forward, playing it out. Orlando were better. They were way better. And I like what I saw. I liked what I saw from this game here. I liked what I saw. It was a beautiful football match. And again, so wonderful, so amazing. Orlando wanted this more. That is for certain. They wanted this more, but Santos had some fight. I saw some great things from both sides. I saw Santos playing some wonderful football. I saw Orlando absolutely just running the game. Orlando, I said 2-1. 3-2 isn't surprising. They won it late. Orlando wanted to get through. They didn't want to have another shootout. We could have had 3 shootouts in this group. Turns out we were 2 minutes or 3 minutes away from that happening. 4 minutes. But, again, Orlando just absolutely wanted this game more. And even their not best players had a hand in it. I think this game got a bit chippy throughout. I think this game got a bit tough, rough and tumble. And again, the way the game was going, I'm not surprised. 5 goals, 2 really gritty teams. Probably some anger there. Yeah, I'm not surprised it was a rough and tumble game. The referee really didn't control it well. Let him play, which I guess that made this game as good as it was, because this game was a roller coaster. There were crazy moments. There were some slow moments. There were interesting moments. There were boring moments. But this game was a great football match. This was an amazing match tonight to start the final match, the third to last match day of the group stage and the final match weekend of the group stage. It was a great way to start it, at least covering it wise, because there's still more than this, but this was the best match of the night. It was the best match of the night. Orlando used some flair and pizzazz in the end, got them the win, the flair and the pizzazz. Santos Laguna, they tried to do it the lunch pail way. I thought Santos Laguna were trying to win the lunch pail blue collar way, so to speak, you know. I think they wanted to win it the natural way. They didn't really use any flair. They were tough, hardened, working hard, playing the ball forward, all that type of stuff. Like, it wasn't really a let's do some Cruyff turns and some rainbow flicks and some crazy volley. No. Let's just get it done. Santos Laguna's mentality was way different than Orlando's. Orlando could get down and dirty. I'm not saying they can't. They did. But they were more using their flair. Their goals came from flair. A great header from the ball going sort of a backwards header, sort of a not normal range of motion header from McWhorter off the cross. Had to knot it through. He had to thread a needle, and he did. Flair. Pereira with a golazo. That was flair. Cartagena showed some flair, showed some speed. Shocked the masses, really, with his goal. So, again, all 3 goals came from a sort of flair. Santos just got what they needed. They just did what they had to do. They took the opportunities they saw fit. I thought it was a nice little comparison, a nice little dichotomy, this game. It had a dichotomy that I thought was very interesting, is what I'm trying to say. I thought the dichotomy of the game was interesting. Orlando wanted it more, but they also wanted to use their flair. I think if they tried to do it the lunch pail method, I don't know if that would have worked. I think if they played it the way Santos played it, I think Santos would have won easily. I think Orlando's flair won them this game. I think that's simple as. I think when you're flair against a traditional lunch pail, hard-nosed style, yeah, it's going to be a rough game, but in the end, the flair is going to win over the tradition. That's football, but you could see there are ways to make it work. Because Santos got close. They should have had a shootout. Cartagena came out of nowhere to score his goal, which, again, sometimes that needs to happen. But again, I thought Santos were just a step behind. I think it was a neck-and-neck game where Orlando were better, but Santos could have easily overtaken them. This game was living on the edge for Orlando. I do believe they did that. And in the end, it was an interesting game, to say the least. But Orlando was living on the edge. Santos could have easily made them pay, but they didn't. Orlando came back and finished it off. So again, I'm glad it ended 90 minutes. I think a shootout would have been anticlimactic, to be honest, with the way this game was going. So with that being said, man of the match for me, I'd say Mauricio Pereira. Amazing golazo. Only played about 60 minutes, but I thought he played the best of any player on this team. Facundo Torres was honestly arguably a ghost. Arguably a ghost. McWhorter played well. I think Cartagena scored the winner, but I don't think that's man of the match worthy, but he still played a good defensive shift. I think overall, Angulo maybe deserves a shout as much as Pereira, but I think Pereira is the man of the match tonight. Scores the second goal, the goal that kept it tied, or at least would have had it be a tie. Beautiful golazo, great midfield play. sort of looked like the Pereira of the past, you know? He's sort of been a bit questionable this year in my book. I thought he sort of regressed a bit. He was back to his older self, his more 2021, 22 self tonight. And I was impressed. I was happy to see it for him. So, good win. Pereira's man of the match. And congratulations to Orlando and Houston on making it through to the knockout rounds, the round of 32. Commiserations to Santos Laguna. We'll see you again in a month when the league starts back up. Well, at least your team will be seen. I don't know if I'll cover them until... Depends on if I even cover the Ligia, but I know I will in May. The winter Ligia is a little bit harder to cover with how things go. So, with that being said, though, again, congratulations to Orlando and Houston. Both MLS teams go through the group, and we'll see them in the round of 32. So, with that being said, good game, amazing one to watch. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share it with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you tomorrow. We'll be live for 2 matches and review 2 matches, of course. First, at 1:45 Central, I will be live for Chelsea versus Fulham in the Premier League Summer Series. If Chelsea wins, depending on the goal differential, they will win the trophy. We'll cover that when we know how much they need to score. And then review that as well after the game's over. Then at 6:30, Toronto FC versus Atlas. Toronto has to win by 3 to go through the knockout stage. It probably won't happen, but we'll be live for it and review it. Should be fun. So, I'll see you then. 2 things tomorrow on Sunday. Let's have a fun Sunday. Let's finish out the month strong. 2 more days. Should be a good one. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you later.